Hi, my name is Seth Lewis, and I want to thank you for following along. Thanks for opening my emails. Thanks for watching my content. We're in the countdown of the launch of my upcoming series, How to Get Out of the Day to Day. Man, this is one that contractors have been talking about for a long time. I've been hearing about it for years and years as I talk to different people around the country. I'm going to be sharing tips and trainings and key points to help you get your time back. That's really what it comes down to. I've surveyed business owners from around the country and have built this based on your questions and your feedback. So again, I want to thank you for being a part of this journey. It is exciting. We officially launch next week, and I'm going to be counting down this week by sharing some great content. I'll be opening up to answer questions and much more. I believe this series is going to change your life. And you may say, that sounds wild. How is that going to happen? But I'm actually going to show you a path to getting out of the day-to-day in your business. That doesn't mean you don't love what you do. But over and over again, when I've talked to contractors and business owners, I've heard that they want the freedom. They want the flexibility. They want to choose how they go about their day. And currently, their day is owning them. If you can relate to that, this is for you. There's simple techniques that can help you get your time back. Many times, business owners let their business rob their time from them, and it ultimately makes them run around crazy. I'm sure you can relate, at least at some point. So I want to ask you is when we get through this, what are you going to do with your extra time? How is that going to change your life? Are you going to be able to spend time with family, with friends? Are you going to be able to give back to the community? Are you able to just shoot some hoops or play some golf? Life changes when you have control over your time and you can get out of the day to day. That's the power. And I want you to follow along in everything that we're doing. Some of it's going to be super simple, and you're going to say, how does that set me free? But it's in mastery. It's getting great at the good things. So we're going to count down this week. It's exciting, and I want you to follow along. Open the emails, open the content as we send it, follow along. But by now you're saying, who is this guy? Who am I? I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a book author, and I'm someone that has done it. I've owned over 8 companies, which I am out of the day to day. Most have been in construction or service business or service related, but I've also owned a barbershop. I mean, think about that. That's completely out of the scope. So I know as a business owner, sometimes you have an idea to say, I want to invest in this. I want to get into real estate. I want to do this. I want to do that. How do you do it without being in the day to day? So I can show you that. It's a skill. It's something that you can learn, and it's applicable to any business, including barbershop. I didn't cut hair, and I had nothing to do with the day to day. I want you to know that I've been educated through the school of hard knocks. I've failed many times. I've lost a lot of money, but I figured it out. I figured out ways to make it work. I also have the piece of paper. I have an executive MBA from Villanova. I'm proud of that. I'm proud of both because when they combine, it creates a powerful combo. Life changes when you learn how to let go and to build your people up. So I want you to follow along as I'm going to be showing you how you can experience these things too. But these videos, this content is going to be about teaching you something. So I'm going to dive right in and just share something that I hope you can use immediately. I want to provide value each time you watch one of my videos. So I really want you to get out a piece of paper, a notepad. There's a lot on the line here. When you think about getting out of the day-to-day, this is something that's been going on for a long time. It's not new. As your business grows, things usually get worse, meaning your time and your involvement. That doesn't mean your business isn't doing well. I don't want to mistake that. But your quality of life, as the business goes up, quality of life typically goes down. In most organizations, there's a few that doesn't happen. We're going to bust that. I want to show you that it's not always about the fancy stuff. It's not about all the flash. It's about simple tools and training that's just impactful. I want my stuff to be simple for you to use, that you can understand it and you can implement it. It does no good if I give you a training manual of 300 pages. It sits on your shelf and you don't open it. So the first thing that's going to help you get out of the day-to-day, and I know you want to jump into pricing. I know you want to jump into labor. I know you want to jump into some of these other challenges, but bear with me for a minute. The first thing that we need to understand is mapping. Mapping your day is the first part to getting out of the day-to-day, to getting your time back. You have to map to understand what's actually happening in your current day. That's the starting point. So we're going to do that. Most business owners spend almost all of their time, most of their time, on non-impactful tasks. So you may say, what do non-impactful tasks look like? I can show you pretty easily. And by now you're probably thinking, I have some things. I have some things that I think are not impactful. If you don't, it's the things that get you out of the things that you really need to do. Follow that statement. So if you find yourself playing or dabbling over here in something that you like to do, it's probably getting rid of the thing that you need to do. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to make a list. And I want you to think about these things. And we're going to go through them. But for me, and I'll just share mine really quick. I really like to create. As an entrepreneur, I'm a creator. I design things. I build things. I create vision and process and new things. So I know when I get into creative mode, it's really easy for me to get from the day-to-day stuff or things that I need to do into creator mode. There's times when I need to be, but there's times where if I need to do something, I find myself in this mode. It's a strength, but you find yourself there. Also little things, picking something up at the store, filing papers, entering data, printing stuff, researching, picking up parts. Some people, I've had contractors and business owners that have just spent years designing systems, but they have no people for the systems. So how are you using your time? And is it really impactful? Maybe it's cleaning the office, washing the trucks. I mean, these seem so basic. I want you to stick with me. I know you want to talk about selling and labor and pricing and how everything's changing in the world today. I get it. Just hang on. Here's what I want you to do for action items. I want you to list out 3 things that your company counts on you for. What are they? Is it sales? Is it billing? Is it delivery? Is it all of them? That's okay. And right now, we're just going to map it out. I want you to get these 3 things. The second thing I want you to think about is who holds you accountable for these? How do you know if they're being successful? How do you know that you're being successful at doing this? You're the owner. Who's keeping you in check? We're going to dive into this later. This is a very interesting topic. But again, we're introducing some things today, and I'm going to give you some real things to think about today. So what I want you to do, I want you to write down at the end of the day, every day this week, what you did. I want you to keep a log for 1 week. 1 week. Again, stay with me here. This is really basic. And you're saying, where are we going? I want to get into the meat and potatoes. If you want to get out of the day-to-day, I'm going to show you how to do that. You got to do some basic, simple work to get there. It's basic. That doesn't mean it's not powerful. So if you want the result, do it. For a week, list out what you do at the end of the day. In the morning, if the end of the day is busy with family time, do it in the morning. When you wake up, say, hey, what did I do yesterday? That'll be great. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to class these tasks. For example, some of the classes that I like to use could be busy work, firefighting, problem resolution, sales, estimating, customer response, training. There's a lot of different things that you can class, but find out, put them in a class, see what they are. And I want you to be honest. I don't want you to change anything. I just want you to be you. because that's who you've been before you even watched this video. That's who you are. You're the best you. So just be you. I want you to just map it out, because we're going to get to the point of what to do with this, but you need to see what you're doing now and you class it. Think about a bank statement, and a lot of business owners aren't numbers people to start. They started with a passion. They started with something that they love. Next thing you know, they have all these numbers. They have employees, they have staff, they have payroll, they have sales. It's a lot of numbers. Business is messy. But I want you to look at that and class them into what's going on and just be honest with what you're doing. The next thing, and you can redo this and watch this over and over again. Just pause it, write it down, use it. This is powerful. You need to trust me with this thing. It seems super basic. But then you're going to evaluate key areas. For example, sales. When you think about sales, you said you needed to do it. What did you actually do selling wise? Did you spend your week doing that? Did you do any sales? How much of your week did you do that? So we're going to connect these things. So if you think about going into the week, you say, the company is essential for me to do sales. Sales is the number one thing that I need to do to drive this forward. Did you do it? Or did these busy things, busy work, firefighting, the craziness, employee issues, recruiting, did that get in the way? Did it throw you off the goal? What did you do? What did you not do? This is important. And I don't want you to do anything with it yet. We're not going to analyze it. I want you to map it out, because we'll get back to this. This will become useful in the future. And you don't understand now. Maybe you see where you're going. Maybe we're not. Stay with me. So we really need to figure out what we're doing, and are the impactful areas, the things that we know we need to do as an organization, are they getting done? Because working on impactful items and tasks is the single fastest way to freeing your time and getting out of the day-to-day. That's what this is about. That's what we're looking at. How do you get out of the day-to-day? That gets me all juiced up. I'm excited about that, because when you start to identify these areas, you might even be able to see now, or in 1 week, you might be able to say, I'm not doing things that are moving my company forward. I have helped you in the journey. I have helped you do that because you have been able to recognize that. And it's a win for both of us. You got content. Now you have a way to move forward. That energizes me. So the analysis, that's going to be really important. So I want you to do that. Pay attention to that. That's my lesson for today. In 2 days, I'm going to be sending you my next video. This upcoming one might be the best one yet. What we're going to look at is some of the common objections and reservations. So when you think about this, naturally we have things to say, it won't work for me. I haven't been able to get out of the day-to-day. How is this little series that we're doing going to help me get out of the day-to-day? A series? Yes, because there's going to be simple tweaks. We don't need to recreate your whole business. It's just a couple simple tweaks that fill in the gaps to probably what you're already doing. I know you can do it. I'm going to show you, and we're going to talk through those things. The mind can get in the way of these things. It can work for you. I'm going to show you in the next session that I'm going to show you is one simple way to gauge the impact of your time. We got to free your time up. Time is going to be key to getting out of the day-to-day. I'm going to show you a simple way to measure that you can do that immediately. By watching the next video, you're going to be able to immediately gauge your time and know if you're being effective or not, and putting your time on impactful things. Remember what I just said. The quickest way to get out of the day-to-day is working on impactful items and tasks. Quickest way to free up your time and get out of the day-to-day. If you found this helpful, if you like this content, I would ask that you like this content and follow me on my site on LinkedIn, the Help I'm a Contractor page. I'll put a link in the chat. I'll put a link in the message so you can find that. But I would love if you would like that. If you see this, share it on your page. Any way that we can help other people get out of the day-to-day. This is something that most business owners get sucked into. They have successful businesses, but it's because the business is you. And we're going to show you how to get out of that. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you following along. Look for that next video coming up and follow the series. We're going to help you get out of the day-to-day. I'm Seth Lewis. Thanks for watching.